Welcome to part 16 of the Real Ghostbusters Paranormal Hunter Baby Challenge. And in this episode, Feppo, Gubby, Heidi, and Hammer age up. Also, Egon gets a new girlfriend and goes ghostbusting. The new girlfriend. I'm trying to see where we are at. Dina Caliente. That's going to be the new girlfriend. Dina Caliente. Well, we haven't gotten to her yet. We got to get to her first. Well, just in case I forget. I've done that before. I don't know, I'm a little bit frustrated. I was having a good day. I did some diamond painting and I'm excited about the new pack coming out in 6 weeks. Called Cottage Living. Oh, I can't wait to get that pack. I'm gonna have fun with that pack when I start especially when the Jiggerado Hunter Baby Challenge comes up. That's gonna be fun. Okay. I got new Lex houses in mind. I seen the new roofs that's coming in that pack. Like, woohoo! The new builds. I got some build ideas in mind. There's going to be some builds. Don't get me wrong. There will be builds. Anyways. I was just playing the Peter Hunter Baby Challenge. After Egon, of course, Peter Venkman is next. Well, this is the halfway point with Egon. In about 16 episodes, we're going to move on to Peter Venkman. And just when we get to Peter, the whole career is glitched. I'm not kidding. It's like he's either stuck at work, and I have to try to switch households, go into Manon's world, come back, and bring him home. And when I do that, it's like he's never. The game thinks he hasn't been working. Or he hasn't been at work. So when you try, because you pull up your job and it says the gig is still there, as if he hasn't been working all night. So when he goes to cancel and get another gig, he gets demoted. As long as his performance level goes down. It goes from the middle all the way down to the red. Like he hasn't been working all night. And it's like, to me, it feels like he goes to work, he takes care of these ghosts, he spends all night there, from 9:30 at night until 6:30 the next morning, sometimes even later because the game glitches out, or the career does, and it's like he doesn't get paid, and it's like I know in the movie Ghostbusters and in the Real Ghostbusters cartoon, the Ghostbusters are actually self-employed. They're their own boss. And they work as a team. But here, of course, they break the rule of going solo. Because Ghostbusters, you can't. That's a rule. You don't go solo. But the Ghostbusters here, that the rule doesn't apply. You can only do one at a time. And the only time the Ghostbusters are in the same room together is at parties. Or to happen to run into each other out in public. That's it. That's the best I can do. So in the game, they actually have an employer. As if somebody controls their paycheck. Is it Janine? Is Janine their boss? Because in the actual Ghostbusters, when that one episode 12 of season 1, Janine wished to be the boss of the Ghostbusters, and well, she didn't like that very much. That was kind of weird. It wasn't all it cracked up to be. It was just weird. Just straight up weird for her. Especially when she asked Egon to fall in love with her. And that just annoyed her. Anyways, it looked like this annoyed her at some point. At first, she's like, "Okay, is this normal?" No. Okay. Anyways, so in this game, they have a boss, an invisible boss that says you gotta get paid. You gotta no pro bonos. Absolutely no pro bono work. No free gigs. Your customers have to pay you something. And if they don't, that's coming out of your paycheck. Or if the boss has to pay the Ghostbuster because the customers didn't pay them, his performance level goes down. Or it's like he gets written off every time something goes wrong. It's not Peter's fault the career is glitched. But I'm using it as a thing where some people just don't like Peter very much. Hi! Peter's a good guy. He likes to fight ghosts. He's a good guy. Okay. Maybe he could be a bit, maybe he could be a bit of a tool sometimes. Or be a bit of a butthole. But he's not like that in the game. In the game, it's totally different. In the game, Peter's traits are bro, which means, like, these Sims can bro hug other bros, gain confidence, and become confident when watching sports, like a jock. And romantic, of course, because they're flirty all the time. And he's a bit of a goofball, which means he's a bit playful. Okay, maybe he could be a bit... People not like him because, one, he could be a professional slacker. And he's brave, he's a great kisser. He's beguiling, which means you can he can give the girls the look and instantly they're attracted to him. Gym rat, which means he doesn't lose hygiene while he works out. You get the paranormal investigator trait, because you have to have that in order to become a paranormal investigator. Okay, the player part, where players will never cause other Sims to get jealous no matter what they do. Maybe that's what's giving him a bad rep. But here's the thing, he doesn't have a bad reputation. Where's that bad reputation thing at? Likes and dislikes. It's not there. Lifestyles, no. Public image. He has a pristine reputation. Peter Venkman. I mean, he's not bad. He's like a neutral. He's mostly good, but he's pristine. Nah, he can be a bit mischievous. He gets himself into trouble sometimes. He's also misunderstood. He's a misunderstood character. So there's that. But with Egon, he didn't have a problem. Not a problem with Egon. Not a problem with the other Ghostbusters. From the movie Ghostbusters. Not a problem. Not one single problem. But then we get to Peter. And the careers are... At least the interactive careers are glitched. And it looks like the customer refuses to pay. And that causes Peter to get written up in a way. And his performance level goes down. But he has the moodlet, like he's been there. Because every time your sim has successful ghostbusting experience, they have a moodlet that says "Busted makes me feel good." And I'm not joking, that's actually a moodlet. You've seen it. Now, they usually when they have a success. He's also got the one where "Busted makes me feel bad," which means he failed. How did he do good and fail at the same time? That's because the career is glitched. I thought there was a quick patch, but that didn't help it any. I wonder what's causing this. It's annoying as heck. I like to get that fixed. What is causing it to just glitch out? I'm sick of it. I'm also checking my messages too. Why not? I'm on Facebook. Check my message on Facebook. Check my Gmail. Why not? Just why not? It's only 10 minutes in. I got another 9 minutes of this video. Why not? He's doing all this in his pajamas. I like his pajamas. They're just simple. I like it. His plaid pajamas. He did wear something similar in the real Ghostbusters. He did wear... There's different types of pajamas he wears. There's different types of things he wears to bed, okay? One, he wears those pajamas. Two, I think he has two to three different sets of pajamas. And he also has a nightgown. So there's that. Also, the same with the other Ghostbusters. They got different pajamas they wear. They don't wear the same pajamas every night. There's times Peter sleeps in some sweatpants and a shirt and a tank top. There are also times where I think there was a moment where Ray sleeps in his boxers and a tank top. Nice. That's nice. Anyways, I like the part in that episode in season 2 called Beneath the Streets. Where Ray takes Slimer with him to go under the city to investigate further on his paranormal investigation type thing, and he gets himself in a he gets himself in a situation, and he sends Slimer to get help, and Slimer goes back to Ghostbusters headquarters and tells Janine that Ray is in trouble. And then Janine goes upstairs and tries to wake up the Ghostbusters. Peter, he sleeps with his butt sticking up in the air. You know, kind of like in Sims, when they pass out, their butt is in the air. That's how Peter was sleeping. Janine just slaps him on the butt. No, he didn't like it, though. Yeah, he did. He liked it. He just didn't want to admit it. Admit it, Peter, you like getting spanked. It's supposed to be a family-friendly channel. There are times in other full commentary episodes we go way past family-friendly. I can't help it. I'm an adult and sometimes it slips. But there are also other episodes where it's just intro, outro only. Those are family-friendly. I try to stay family-friendly. I'm trying. If I'm not, I realize it and I apologize. I call myself out. So sometimes we get stuck. Okay, I'm just pausing the game. So we can get this kid. Now, here's the thing. This is what I like. You know, in the past, that when your child or teenage sim is tense, they will not do their homework. Now that's fixed. Even when they're tense, they do their homework. I like that. I like that very much. Also, I'm in the game where it's winter. And let's see how far we are away from Christmas. I know we didn't have Christmas like in... Oh great, Egon is singing. Please stop. Egon is singing. Oh, please stop. Please stop. You should hear Peter sing. Another thing I want to bring up about Peter, at least his segment. There was one time I had the microphone right on one side of the foosball table. But then I moved it. I did put the Ecto 1 inside his apartment. His apartment's big enough to hold the Ecto 1. And you could walk through it. It's weird. But then again, it'd be cool if I had ended up putting the microphone like right in front of the Ecto 1. I didn't realize that when he's singing or telling jokes with the microphone, his family would get in front of him and watch him and be entertained by his jokes or his singing voice. And that looks weird. If a grown teenage Tim or a grown Tim sitting in front of him, it looks like half their body from the waist up is sticking out of the hood of the car. That looks weird. But if a child stands in front of Peter while it looks like their head. They just look like a head on the roof, on the hood of the car, just a head, and that's freaky as heck. I had to zoom in on Peter. I did not want anybody. You get to see a glimpse of it, of one of his children watching him do jokes, and then looks like her head is just sticking out of the hood, off the hood. It just looks so weird and grim, and I'm like, oh gosh, I zoomed right in on Peter. I did not want to see that. So I had to end up moving the microphone at least one space away. So it looks like he's standing in front of the Ecto 1, like the microphone is facing the Ecto 1. Like once you get to see it, you get to see what I'm talking about at some point. By episode 56, you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm not kidding. I just finished episode 55. That's how ahead I am. Remember when I was so far behind when I was working on Winston? I was so behind. It wasn't funny. I was actually 2 weeks behind, and now look how I'm like 2 weeks ahead. I'm that good now. I'm getting myself caught up. I swear, right after I finish the real Ghostbusters 100 Baby Challenge, I'm taking a little bit of a break. I'm not kidding. This is mentally exhausting. It's exhausting. Good. At least every time we with the real Ghostbusters, every mission we go on, there are actually some supernatural stuff going on. But we were on Winston and the other Ghostbusters series, toward the end, there was hardly any supernatural stuff going on. And with the other, when I was toward the end of every Ghostbusters segment, they go on a mission, and there's hardly any supernatural activity going on. Now, I don't have to do this in this series, but there are some glitches. Not with Egon, but with Peter. It's probably going to be the same with Ray. Oh my gosh. Ray, I think, is going to be a nightmare. Finishing Peter is going to be a nightmare. Good. He's finished this. Finally. We're done. We can go home.